Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about horrific visions in 11.1.5. Just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on it. I've been playing a lot on the PTR, doing a lot of research in regards to how it works, what it looks like, what the rewards, things like that, and I just kind of wanted to give my early thoughts on it. And now I am going to do a fully edited, everything about horrific visions video on the main channel, but obviously that's not ready for prime time yet. It's literally the first build, so no doubt things are going to change, but I did want to just give it some early thoughts on how I feel about the system so far. So basically, yes, horrific visions are coming back in 11.1.5 as a way of gearing and getting cosmetics and achievements and things of that nature. Now, they're coming back, and when they initially announced this on the roadmap, I was like, oh, cool, is it going to be horrific vision of Dornagal, horrific vision of Hallowfall, something like that? But no, this is literally like a copy-paste of BFA of 8.3. So horrific visions are exactly the same. You have Stormwind and Ogrima rotating weekly. The hub for this is no longer in the Chamber of the Heart. It's actually in Dornagal in a new area. And the story roughly is about the Bronze Dragonflight going back, doing it again to kind of understand the Void a little bit better as we continue through the World Soul Saga to take on the Void, right? That's kind of a loose kind of story to horrific visions and why we're going back in 11.1.5. Now, there is some changes though. The best change by far is the fact that you can just slam this. You can keep going and going and going and going forever and get all the currency and get all the rewards and everything like that as much as you like, which I think is great. That was a massive problem back in the day, and I think that's really, really cool. Now, horrific visions in themselves aren't the worst system in the world. I've been playing them a lot. I have tons of footage, and there just seems, it seems okay. It's been long enough, really, to go back and do them. Obviously, you could do them in groups of 1 to 5. Now, one thing they have added this time is an NPC companion. You can make them tank, healer, or DPS if you really want to. Kind of like Bran, but not as customizable as Bran, so they just kind of run around and help you out with it, which is nice if you do need that kind of extra help in these visions. Masks are coming back, so, the faceless masks, there is also some new ones. There's 3 new ones, which we haven't quite found out how they work. There's also gearing, as mentioned, so this is going to be a gearing path for a lot of people. From my research, just looking at the notes here, you can get up to hero track gear, it seems like, which is pretty good, especially in a 1.5 patch. So hero track gear is obtainable. Generally speaking, you're going to get champion gear, and you can get basically a non-stop supply of champion gear, which seems pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty great, But yeah, as I said, hero track gear, heroic raid gear is kind of the gear you're going to be getting. There is a new transmog here, or not new, but like a recolor of the mythic set is kind of the items they're using here. And there's a ton of like cosmetics. Yeah, the most important part of this. So they have obviously all the returning items from 8.3, so you can buy the Wicked Swarm mount or the Black Dragon Scale backpack, or there's a new item which is the transmog of the Rathian cloak. So if you never got that back in the day, you can get the transmog of that in the 3 different kind of size variants. They also have some new pets, a new transmog for like a Bronze Dragon Scale backpack, which is kind of cool. But there are like 7 mounts as well, which is awesome. Some of them come from specific visions. So some will come from Ogrima. There's like a Void Scarred Pack Mother, which will come from horrific visions of Ogrima, and that drops from the Void Scarred Pack Mother. Not found that yet. I've kind of gone in and had a little look around. That's something I'm definitely going to do at some point. But yes, there's 7 mounts. One of them being the Voidfire Death Cycle, which is awesome. So this motorbike mount is coming back. The Void variant of this is going to be available. Don't know exactly how this works. Like, according to Wowhead and some of the items, it looks like you kind of put it together. But again, don't know anything beyond that. It looks like it's maybe crafted. I'm not really sure. But yeah, there's 7 mounts. There's some achievements to do these horrific visions with different masks and things like that, which is cool. And then a new currency. So you have mementos coming back, but they're like new mementos and they're warbound, so you can transfer them. And that's what you use to buy a lot of these cosmetics as well, which is pretty great. So yeah, lots and lots of good stuff here in regards to cosmetics and gearing, which is nice. But if you didn't like horrific visions in 8.3, you're not going to like them in 11.1.5 because they're exactly the same. So looking at my notes, also there's enchants. So they're actually bringing back corruption in the form of enchants. Now, From what I can gather on this, it looks like that you can get these enchants from the drops at the end of a horrific vision. So essentially, if you're an enchanter, these BOP recipes will drop, and they drop from certain chests. So if you kill, like, I don't know, let's say Umbric in Stormwind, there's a chance that his chest at the end will have that recipe. Now, I don't know what the chance is here. I did level up enchanting on the PTR through a vendor. I'm not that crazy. I didn't do it regularly. But yeah, you can level up enchanting. So I've got enchanting. I'm going to go slam some more visions and kind of get a better idea of how this works. But yeah, enchanters can get the recipe, they can make the recipe, and then they can sell that recipe to people. And the kind of corruptions that are coming back that you can enchant onto weapons are Echoing Void, Infinite Stars, Twisted Devastation, Gushing Wound, Twisted Appendage, and Void Ritual. And as mentioned, enchanters will be able to make these and sell them to you on the auction house. So yeah, I know a lot of people like corruptions. Pretty indifferent, but it is nice to see them coming back in the form of an enchant at least, which is nice. But generally speaking, kind of rambling here about Horrific Visions, they're exactly the same. There's no real changes here. The mechanics seem very identical. As of PTR, the cloak does kind of work. The original cloak from 8.3, no way that's going live. But it is kind of funny because I was like struggling, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if I put the cloak on, if that'll make a difference. And it actually did. But absolutely do not expect that to be a thing at all. Like, there's no way they make the cloak from 8.3 a thing to help you in 11.1.5. Making people go back and do it would be absurd. So there's just no chance of that. But certainly, seems good. Like, there's like an upgrade track as well, like in regards to similar to what we had with Mother. That seems to be weekly capped, which is concerning, but we'll see. Gives you basically the same upgrades like the sanity orbs and the free rares and less sanity, slower sanity, things like that. So basically the same, just like with a different coat, essentially. So yeah, and you have to re-unlock the Faceless Mask, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, some of them just came from like completing it normally, another came from like completing it with one mask, and then things like that. So you kind of progressively get that. But obviously on PTR, it's really funny because we're fully decked out in like full mythic tier set, so it's kind of absurd at the minute. So we just kind of blast it. But yeah, it's essentially the same. And if you're expecting anything different, then I apologize. But if you did like Horrific Visions, 11.1.5 is going to be your patch. Now, there is the Nightfall system as well, which I will talk about, probably in a separate video to talk about the Nightfall scenario. But let me know if you like these videos, just kind of an early like thoughts and feelings and look at systems. And yeah, I like just talking about it. I've been doing notes. I'm here at the Race to World First in Germany, so I've just been spending my time, free time on PTR looking at this and made a ton of notes. So yeah, a video will come out more closer to the time, of course, or when I feel like the system's in a more complete spot. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. Let me know what your thoughts are on Horrific Visions coming back. Like and subscribe to the video, and I'll see you next time.